Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. I'm Gary.
And I'm Cassie.
And we want to thank you so much for stopping by today. We really do appreciate the time you take out of your day to spend the morning with us, the time with us, maybe sitting down and having a cup of coffee with us. What do you got there on your cup today, Cassie?
This is a cup by Tracy Rabbit, who is a local Native American artist. And it's titled Firstborn, and it is, I don't know if you can tell, but it has a mother holding her baby.
Yeah, that's a cool portrait. I know Tracy Rabbit is world-renowned artist, Cherokee artist, and her dad, Bill Rabbit, he's passed away now, but he started Rabbit Studio in Pryor, Oklahoma. And if you guys are ever going through Pryor, that's a great place to stop by and check it out and tell Tracy Walker Farm Fam sent you.
Is the studio still there?
Yeah, she runs it. And the thing that I really like, I've talked to Tracy 2 or 3 times, but she has found unique ways to sell art. So a lot of artists, they're called starving artists because they can only make so much art. And they can only sell so many portraits because they only have so much time in their day. Well, she's found unique ways to put her art on things like cups, on little tiles. I've got 2 or 3 of her.
Yeah, you have some of those.
Tiles in my cubicle at work. She has mouse pads. Like, she's done all kinds of stuff.
Stuff that people can use and not just hang on the wall or whatever.
Yeah, so she's thought outside of the box. And anyway.
I know in Pryor on some buildings, there's like some murals that her dad had done and some that she's done, right?
Yeah, they're definitely hometown artists, and they do amazing work. So if you ever get a chance to check them out, Cherokee artist Tracy Rabbit. And my coffee cup, it's heavy. It's like I'm gonna get carpal tunnel from lifting this thing, but caffeine, getting caffeinated.
My favorite Ray Dunn mugs.
Good way to get the day started. It's a big old cup though.
You need a lot of coffee.
Yeah. So if you saw the title of this, you're probably wondering, how can I save $8,000? You think that's what they're thinking?
I mean, why wouldn't you be?
Yeah, I would be. I mean, it's $8,000. That's quite a bit. So we want to tell you how we saved $8,000. But before we do, I want to talk a little bit about money, because I hope a lot of you aren't just like, they just love money. They just want more money, more money, more money.
Who, us?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I was like, what?
And hopefully they're not thinking that about themselves. Like, why did I click on it? What was my intention here? Am I here just for money? I hope not. Because
get rich fast.
Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. So just a little bit of context. Money to us is like, or to me, I guess I'll speak for Cassie here too. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you if you're wrong.
So money is like a tool. So to me, money is just like any other tool in my toolbox. It's like a hammer. You can take a hammer, you can build a house, you can make some beautiful cabinetry, you can make a rocking chair to sit in and use for years and years. Or you can take a hammer and be really destructive with it. You can bash out somebody's window, you can bash through somebody's door, go in and rob the place. So to me, money's just like a tool. You can use it for good, you can use it for evil, but the love of money is the root of all evil. Look
at you being all knowledgeable and tipster, and I can't think of the words because I'm sleepy.
Well.
But you like hit it out of the park. I mean, we don't even need to go into the video anymore.
Thank you, Cassie. I just wanted to put that in context about how we feel about money, because I know everybody has different thoughts and feelings, but that's how I think money should be put kind of in its place, because it can be great, it can be bad, but at the end of the day, it's not going to make you happy.
For sure not. You see all those celebrities that are very unhappy.
Yeah. But It might help you pay off your mortgage.
Hey, the man that called himself a hobo that had an $87 house that when I saw it, I was like, what in the world? And then after you talking to him, I was like, hey, he is happy. He's super proud. And I was wrong in judging by the looks of that of, oh my goodness, what is that over there?
He was content.
Yeah. You can have $1 million, well, that's not even anything. You can have a $50 million home and be very unhappy, and you can have an $87 home, and that guy was the happiest guy I've met in a while.
So if you don't know what Cassie's talking about, check out over at Walker Farm Fam our video when we were in Alaska, and we stopped by a gas station, and the guy gave us a tour of his $87 house. So you don't want to miss that, but that's true. He was content. He didn't want for anything really. I mean, he had everything he needed. He showed it to me right there in his
house.
And
he had worked hard for all that. Obviously most of it was free if the whole thing was $87, but he got stuff that didn't work and he fixed it, or was broke and he fixed it, or things that people didn't want, and he had to work to get it all to work. So
yeah, and he was showing that thing off just like I would show off a brand new Mercedes. I mean, he was as tickled to death to get to show an out-of-towner his ride. So yeah, money's not everything, but $8,000 does sound like a lot, doesn't it?
I mean, I'd take it.
So without going any further in the money discussion, we'll let you know we saved $8,000 by making one decision 8 years ago. And Cassie, you want to tell them what that decision was?
We decided to no longer pay for TV.
Yeah. We were tired of paying $85 a month for satellite. We were a Dish Network or DirecTV. I don't remember who we were with at the time.
Probably Dish, but I don't remember.
I just know that they would call you and try to do...
For $10 more, you can get 30 more channels, and it's channels that'll change your life. Okay.
That or a $300 Visa gift card in the mail if you'll switch from Direct to Dish or Dish to Direct.
Or refer a friend and you'll get $50.
Yeah, they have a motive behind that. You know why? Because they're
making money.
They're getting rich, and they are not going to lose a dollar by letting one customer go to the competition. Because really, in that space, I mean, we didn't have a good cable provider where we were at, so it was a DirecTV or Dish Network.
But like, people are always like, oh, it's such a good deal. I mean, the only reason why they're offering that or giving that or something's free is because they're making bank.
Yeah. And so I did a quick math. It's really complicated here. $85 times 12, that's $1,020 a year that we were paying.
Ugh.
And you really don't think about it when it just comes out of your account automatically, because they do that so you won't have to think about it. Yep. And they give you $10 off or something, but I'm guessing
whatever it's called.
Yeah, auto pay. But I'm sure their research has shown that people that auto pay don't ever think as much about canceling because they're not missing that money.
They don't hurt as bad.
It comes out automatically.
Which we auto pay a lot of things.
Yeah, things that have to be paid, like the electric bill or a phone bill or mortgage, that type of thing. But 8 years of that, so that's about 8 years ago, is when we decided we're no longer doing the cable / satellite, whatever we want to call it. So it was $8,160 that we have saved in the last 8 years.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, you don't really think about it. And I think people that smoke cigarettes or dip tobacco, whenever people are considering, should I quit, should I not quit, that's a factor that the different people that try to help them quit.
When they put it to paper, how much they're spending.
Yeah, and you're spending this much a year, and then I might actually quit that. Well, I don't remember. It may have been Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace class that we went through. I can't remember exactly what made us finally pull the trigger. I know we were both really busy.
Yeah, we were busy, but also we were moving. And so we're like, well, when we move out there, your friend at work had told you about that antenna where you could actually get a bunch of channels. And so we're like, well, let's just try that. And then We did, and then we're like, it's been a few months. What's even the point to go back?
Yeah.
And we started watching some YouTube stuff, I think.
Yeah. So my friend Aaron, he told me about this antenna that you could order on Amazon and put in your attic, because previously we had tried a little box antenna on our TV. Well, we tried a good antenna, and we went from getting like 4 or 5 channels to getting like 45 channels. So it was a big difference.
Yeah, so that was one of the factors, was like, if he's getting that many, because I was coaching full time and Gary worked and we had a farm. The only time we watched it is if we DVR'd stuff and watched it later, or while the kids were asleep or whatever, and that was like a rare occasion.
Well, and the fact that we had kids that were getting old enough to pay attention a little bit. You know, Ranger, not really, but he was getting to the age that, you know, before long we'd be wanting to be even more careful about what was on the TV.
Oh, and we found 11-4, the PBS channel that has cartoons 24/7.
Yeah.
So we just put that on, and there was always a cartoon to watch for free.
Yeah, but if he was playing with the remote, if you guys know, if you have satellite or cable TV, there's a lot of, I don't know the best way to put it, schmut. Is that a word? There's a lot of junk on TV.
Yep.
Stuff that you probably don't want. I don't want my kids watching.
And sometimes it happens on YouTube, the commercials, like, holy cow, what was that commercial? Like,
Cassie's just
ridiculous.
like, I hope the people don't think I picked that one.
Someone asked us on one of our Walker Farm Fan videos, do you pick the commercials? And they said what commercial they just watched, and I was like, no, we do not pick that. I am so sorry. Skip it. Don't watch it.
And most of them are actually picked on your behavior.
Yeah.
So on what videos you watch and the keywords in those videos, and also demographics. So So I think that YouTube's the one picking that, and they're really not. It's going to auction, and the people marketing are doing it. So it's a marketing deal. So we are paying for it by watching commercials, but at the same time, you don't have a bill every month for $85 to watch us.
Well, and you get to watch amazing entertainment for free.
Oh, geez. So maybe you've listened to enough that you're like, how much am I paying at this point in life for cable or satellite? Or maybe you already made that decision, you cut the cord. Or
most people that watch YouTube, it's because they don't pay for it anymore.
I feel like we're probably preaching to the choir here a little bit, but maybe we...
Let us know down below. Like, honestly, no judgment, whatever. How many of you do have cable and you pay for it, and how many of you don't? And that would be interesting to find out.
It's something that this day and age, with so much technology, like our phones have it, our iPads, iPods, our TVs are smart TVs now, and every single one of those you
push a button and you select the app you want.
Yeah, I still say the word tune in, which I think that's like a radio tuner, but you tune in to a app, YouTube app, or Disney Plus, or
Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix. There's probably some we don't even know about.
Yeah, but keep saying them. You're doing good. I can't even think of half of them.
There's this one that's supposed to be like a Christian-based thing. Yasmin was telling me about it, but also I think I saw it on our TV, and you could watch a couple free things, and I did. But then one of the things I watched said a word that I referred to as a cuss word, so then I was like, wait, I'm not real sure about this. So
maybe in PG-13.
Maybe.
YouTube TV. So that's a big one. I know a lot of people try that because they like YouTube anyway. They're already logged into this, so they want to watch some of the network stuff on YouTube TV. And I've seen different things where the people like, I don't know if they record the network stuff, like the network TV shows, and then they like backdoor put it into YouTube.
How does we get demonetized for anything?
I don't know. Maybe they're not monetized, but so there's like, or it's like always streaming. So like there's certain channels that are always streaming if you know how to find it. Maybe you guys know how to do that. I don't. I don't have time, mainly because, well, we got 5 kids in the house, and it's a little bit tough just to keep up with our YouTube stuff.
I'm so behind on our friends' videos that have YouTube channels, and I've told them, like, I'm sorry, I'm so far behind. One, when we got our angels, I got behind because we're getting into a new routine. more mouths to feed, whatever it was, I
More
got behind.
laundry.
Oh, mainly more laundry. But then when we went to Alaska, I got real behind because we would get like service, and I could text or I could look on Instagram or whatever, but to try to watch someone's video would just spin. And then when we got good Wi-Fi, we were trying to upload and do things for you guys so you guys could see our trip. So real far behind.
Yeah, it was real spotty.
Can I get a vacation so I can catch up on my friends'
Hey,
YouTube channels?
Our anniversary is coming up.
Where are we going?
June 14th.
I mean, I would just like go down the road to the hotel and hang out would be good enough for me.
With good Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Cassie's not going to talk to me at all. She's like, I'm going to catch up on everybody's channel.
Oh, they don't have
great.
room service.
Oh, wow.
Okay, we should probably...
Keep rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, so $8,000. If you want to save $8,000, if you're paying around $85 a month for your TV...
Your truck wasn't much more than that.
8,000?
Yeah.
No, that was 8,500.
So, I mean, like, that's a paid-for truck. I mean, 8 years,
It
but
took
still...
8 years.
You're looking at watch cable TV or pay for your truck.
A nice used Toyota Tacoma. Or be entertained. You get a lot of entertainment out of that Tacoma too. If you drive it fast enough and start doing donuts.
Then you're probably going to need a new one.
Ransom will start cheering you on though.
That's for sure.
So the cat is out of the bag. You guys know how to get the big money in your pockets. We shared the secret. You're welcome. And don't go spend it all in one place.
I don't have anything else to say.
All right. So let's move on then. Planning and praying. So planning wise, the homestead. We have so much going on because we were gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We finally got the garden kind of honed in, wrapped up.
It looks much better.
It's
you. Don't say we.
Oh,
That was all you.
I did that, and that's what I would say. What does it say?
Let's talk about your cows.
Yeah, hang out with my cows.
I just want to work on my farm.
Yeah.
And hang out with my cows.
So that's what I've got to do the last
Actually,
couple
you've
days.
been hanging out with your cows a lot and working on your farm.
Yeah. So the garden though is back to its normal self. It looks like it at least, and we are going to be planting some seeds coming up in some of the future videos. And what else do we have coming up?
Brain's not working.
We're going somewhere in a couple weeks.
Yep. In a couple of weeks. Yeah, a couple of weeks. Week and a half. We are going down to Pauls Valley, Oklahoma for the Oklahoma Noodling Tournament, which sounds real Oklahoma-ish.
It's local Okies sticking their hand in the bottom of the lake in a hole to grab a fish out. So hand fishing.
Yeah, and so that's pretty awesome and entertaining and fun in itself. Well, like, we don't get to go watch them do that, but we watch the weigh-ins and stuff.
I think they said there's going to be demonstrations and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
but
we'll see.
The main reason we're going is because Arms Family Homestead is going to have a meet and greet, and we have met them, but Rex is pretty sure that him and Houston are still BFFs from the pig roast, and so he's been asking when he's going to get to see Houston again. Ranger and Houston really hit it off at the pig roast and had a lot of fun, and Ranger's always like, when do I get to go play with Houston? I'm like, it's not a short drive. So the kids are excited because they're hoping to get to see Houston, but he's probably going to be busy fishing. But we are really excited to go down there, see what that's all about. Brandon over at Rustic Woodworking Family has told me that it is an awesome and fun event for the whole family. And
will Brandon be there?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing Brandon.
Yeah.
And getting to hang out with him. We haven't got to see him for several months.
Yeah, and lots of you are coming and lots of other channels are coming, and so it's going to be a good time, and we're excited to go check that out.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun weekend for sure. It's not too far. It's about 3 hours away, so we won't have to stay the night. We can get up that morning, drive down, and then come back that evening. So it should be a good full day for the kids too.
Yeah, I asked Shanna over at 5M Family if they were coming, and she said, tell me you're redneck without telling me you're redneck. And because I said, my text was, y'all going to the Oklahoma noodling tournament, I think is what I said. And she said, tell me you're redneck without telling me you're redneck.
Yeah, enough said. And I have several family members that
there's lots of people around
have been
here
doing it for years. And I remember I'd be going fishing with my grandpa out down below Fort Gibson Dam or somewhere, and they would come up with just monster catfish, and we're like, where's your rod and reel? And they didn't have a single pole in the boat.
They could probably win all the tournaments.
Yeah,
they would never actually get in a tournament. Probably they just go out there and have fun.
No, they just go out there and they would come up and give us a fish or two. And I mean, those fish were huge, though. I personally have never done it. I've never put my hand in a hole.
I've been in a boat with people doing it. I used to go camping with my friend's family every summer, and her uncles would, and we'd go out on the boat. And the first time they're like, when you see me come up, you better be paying attention to move, because we're going to throw that thing in there. And I'm like, it's a catfish. Like
a big catfish.
Yeah, but I hadn't seen that big a catfish. Yeah. I was like, it's a catfish. It's not that big a deal. Wow. Yeah, when they came up and it came flying out, and I'm like, oh. And they say that they have caught like the record or whatever, which this was when I was younger. I don't know what the record is now. But they say that they had him, put him in the boat, was trying to get stuff situated, and he flopped out. That
sounds like a true fisherman's story. That sounds like something
I believed it.
That I would say, man, that fish was right on the bank, and I was about to grab him and claim the state record, and there he went. He was just gone. So we're not going to tell any big fish stories on this channel, right?
Nope, unless it's Ranger.
Yeah, Ranger. He's been telling them since he was like 3. So
yeah.
We'll go ahead and move on though. Because we got to go soon. So, praying. Any special prayer requests this week?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, we asked you guys to pray for our buddy Jericho, who goes to our church and our school, and he lives right around the corner. He is a 5-year-old who has been battling cancer and was doing good, and they got super sick, and they couldn't figure out what was going on. He has a big, important test coming up on Thursday. At the hospital when he was sick, I finally got some answers, and as far as I know and what I've been told, it didn't have anything to do with cancer. He had, I can't think of what it's called right now, but it was like some bacterial problem things, I think, and it can make you super sick, and it can kill you. So he has come out of that. I've seen him this week, and he has been happy, cheerful, and he's doing awesome. But Thursday, he has some very important tests coming up. They're going to scan his whole body, I believe, make sure they haven't missed a thing, make sure there's nothing else going on. And then when they get those results, that will move them towards what's the next thing. Is he finished with chemo? Does he need to do this? Does he need to do that? And the little boy just needs a break. He needs to be a little boy and not have to worry about all that. And more importantly, maybe not more importantly, but his family, his parents. They are amazing parents. So be praying that they get good news, that they get answers, and that maybe all this can be behind them. Yeah,
Jericho is one of the toughest little fighters we've ever seen in our lives, and just so thankful they're at this point to where there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
And they've been here before, but they haven't got to go over that hump.
Yeah. So be in prayers for that. And we thank you guys, everybody that was praying for Cassie's mom. Yep. She's healing well from her surgery.
And taking all the knives and onions away from her.
Cassie's got her on butter knives. So if she can hurt herself with a butter knife, we're just going to give up. I don't know what else we can do.
Oh, goodness.
So she's doing well though. She's came by a couple times and she seems to be doing well.
Yep.
Anything else?
Just I always, when I read from our Catching Up with the Walker videos, and I read a prayer request and I pray for it, I think on the next one I need to address that or tell them we're praying. And then when it's time, like, I can't think of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know you read them too. So just make sure you're going down and reading those and encouraging people. And please know we do see them and we do pray for you. For some reason, my brain just goes
and it's really touching whenever, like, it's somebody close like Cassie's mom and you say, we're praying for her. And
That
just
meant a lot.
just knowing that the masses of people that are doing that, we just thank you so much. I don't think we can really express how grateful we are for all of you, especially in times like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and end it because we got to get on with our day. But we want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.
We love you guys.